Hi fellas, Nige back here again. We're going to do a quick inbox review of, can't get it all in shot, Revell's Tornado F3 ADV, so the air defense variant. Okay, now I wanted to do a Tornado or a Tonka for a while, and I saw this for 20 quid at Huddersfield Model Show. You can get it online for about £25-ish, but I've heard that it's a really good kit, so we'll open the box and have a look. Start off with, there's 297 parts. It's going to be about 38 centimetres by about 28 centimetres, and as you can see, it's got some lovely box art all the way around. I'm doing it like this because it's massive, and on the back I'll see we built up and some information about it. So what I'll do, I'll turn it over to the overhead and we'll get cracking. So we start off with the instructions. A nice glossy book type instruction with a nice photo on the front of the actual built model. On the inside it's going to be a colour call out, so this is the first time I've seen this by Revell. I don't generally build their kits, not because of bad detail or anything like that, mainly because of the colour call outs. Now they're not too bad, all in Revell as you can see, but when we get to some of the newer colours, as you can see, we've got mixers. Now these are not too bad. These are only two colours, two colour mixes. It's when sometimes you open a page and it's got 3 different colours for the mixtures, so it can be a bit annoying. So the colour call outs. Then we've got the sprue map, and then we start as always with aircraft in the cockpit. Again, a colour call out. Broken down into sections. So we've got the seat with the moulded on buckles and belts. Moving on to the belly of the aircraft, where to drill it out, and the undercarriage. Then moving on to fixing the cockpit tub into the actual fuselage. 2 seats going in with the control column, control panels. Moving on to the engine intakes, the engine, the compressor fans, and to closing the actual intakes up, and then closing up the actual front nose section. Adding the gun, side panels, and starting with the intakes. Then we've got the wings, so you've got flaps up and flaps down. You've got on the front, you can pose the slats open or closed. So again, flaps down, as you can see up here. So installing onto the wing itself into the actual body. This model is actually, well, I don't know whether it's clever, complicated or what, but you can pose it so when you have the wings swept forward or back, the weapons will always be straight forward, so always pointing. So instead of when the wings are like that, it's going to be like that. So when it goes back, it's still going to be the same, instead of tilting like that. So you can have it's posable basically. So doing some more work on the wings, joining the central brace so it can open and close. We've got the I don't know what you call them, the openings for the wings going back, and you can see the angles there they're going to be at, and then install them onto the aircraft moving on, building some more of the actual fuselage up. Again, all onto the fuselage, positioning the guard or the FOD cover. Well, not FOD cover, but it's so when no birds can go in, so it's like a protector. The front of the wings to protect it, top and bottom, and then onto the rear engines, which just looks like there's some nice detail all the way through the engines. There we are. Onto the tail section and putting the nose in, and it actually tells you the weight. For the weight, I tend to use these steel BBs. It says 40 kilograms. I'll probably put 45 in, just to be on the safe side, really. I've no idea what that part is, but then here we are. There it shows it down there. It's part of the tail, the big fin at the back. Some more tail pieces going on. The horizontal stabilizers for the slats at the front, so you can have slats down or slats up. Again, moving on to the different ways of having the slats. Same with the, I think that's probably like the air brake. Oh no, they're the air brakes. So they might be part of the air brakes. So the air brakes open or closed, and then you've got the engine. It's got like two shields that come over to help slow the aircraft down. So you can have them either open or closed. More bits of the engine. Then we move on to some of the pylons, ready for weapons. The undercarriage, the front undercarriage, the main legs, nice chunky main legs, and then onto the clear parts. Some more parts in the actual cockpit, some screens for the observer, weapons expert, and then onto some chaff and the tail hook. The clear parts, moving on through putting the clear parts on, and then weapons. So we've got a couple of missiles, some sidewinders, some drop tanks. Putting those onto the actual aircraft. And then we've got the colour call-outs. So we've got number 111 Squadron in Lancashire, England, from July 2002. Nice big black tail. Is that the, don't know what that one is, but that's the big black tail one. Really striking, three colour markings. So you've got the main colour, the belly and the nose. And then we've got the number 23 Squadron, October 1990, from Leaming, England, with a nice big red and blue tail. Again, the three-tone colour. And then we've got the colour call-outs for the tank, the sidewinder pylons, and the sky flash of the sidewinder. And there we have it. So quite a comprehensive instruction book with 92 parts, including painting guide. So there's a lot in there. So we'll move on to the May sprues, starting with the tail. So as you can see, there's some nice, lovely, I don't know if I can get it into light. I will take some photos and put some photos up in this end of this. So some nice rivet detail, cockpit detail as well. The compressor fans or engines. Some injection pin marks, which we'll need dealing with presumably. We'll have a look when we come to build it. All the way along these sort of parts, we're going to need to get rid of these to be able to make the them fit properly, because some are quite raised, especially on these bits here. This is one of the other reasons I don't tend to build a lot of Revell kits. Yes, they're dirt cheap. I mean, there's flash on this one. But hopefully there should be some nice detail, and overcoming all these small problems should build up into a nice looking Tornado. Again, the wings, some lovely, it's really lovely detail, I must admit, on all the surfaces. Nice rivet detail. Nice detail on the control surface controllers, cockpit. So a wash and buttons and what have you in there should pick that out lovely. But again, I'm turning over. See, not too bad in some places. I mean, it won't really affect it, but this is going to take some work to actually get it to fit together nicely. Just take your time with it. Test fit, and test fit, and then test fit again, just to make sure. Not another bit there. I mean, it's easy enough to get rid of. It's just taking the time. You're gonna have to take the time to do it. Flash as well. Like I say, for 25 quid for a kit with this sort of detail all over it, you've got to expect sometimes a little bit of work. So this has got that's going to where the spine goes in the aircraft, with the air intakes, the ducts for the engine, some of the slat pieces, tail hook and what have you. And again, stuff you're going to need to tidy up on. Next sprue, there are two of these sprues. So on here we've got the wheels, 2-part wheels, a little bit of detail. The drop tanks we've raised and recessed detail. So you're going to have to figure out how you're going to get by with that. Some lovely detail on the exhaust ring. Some of the pylons for the weapons. Then when we turn it over, yeah, so that's one piece missile, which is good. Let's clean up. Yeah, nice bit. Some more parts of the seat. So you can see the nice detail on there. Well, you're gonna have to be very careful. That's gonna be very delicate. So when you're cutting this off, I'd use a knife. Again, very delicate. You can just see the straps and the seat itself. Nose wheel, again, 2-part. and again it's probably going to need bits of clean up in places to make it fit nicely. So there was 2 of the last sprue, there's 2 of this sprue as well, one of the missiles and the chaff chutes. So nice that. Drop tank. This one's got some raised detail, which is right for the tank, and some recessed, and the fins for it. So some of the pylons, again, some raised and recessed details on there. So really light plastic, but when you turn it over again, these are going to sandwich together flat, so you're going to have to get rid of all these without taking the nubs off. So again, sanding, test fitting to make it fit. Obviously a part's broken off, which I have got over here. Doing number 27. Onto the spine of the aircraft, and some more, I don't know what they are, if I'm honest. They might be where the some of the rockets go on or whatever, I don't know, but we'll find that out when we build it. Again, some nice detail, but again, stuff you're going to need cleaning up and flash and stuff like that. But again, it's got some nice surface detail. Moving on to the side of the cockpit, the nose, and the elevators. Yeah, some nice detail on there as well, and on the nose. Final sprue, we're going on to the belly and another part of the spine. So there might be 2 different parts of the spine, so we'll have to decide figure out which one we're going to be putting on. Another bit of the control column, the airbags or the cushions at the front for the movement of their wings. Again, just a little bit of cleanup required, but nothing major. Next up, we've got the clear parts. If I can get them out without damaging them. So you can actually see the deck cord that goes down the middle. It's a bit scratched this, but nothing a coat of clear won't pick up. Other than that, it's fairly clear. Windshield, nice on there, and then we'll move on to the decals. So not a massive amount of decals, just over 100 on here it says. So they're nice and thin. Got all the controls there if you wanted to put those in. So it was printed in Italy, so these might have been cartographed for someone like that. But yeah, they look nice. I think they'll should work quite well. So that's Revell's Tornado. Mixed bag really. Like I said, it's only, I only picked this up for £20, and there's a lot of plastic there for 20 quid. If you think about it, what you can get nowadays for £20, it's not a lot. This should give me you know, a lot of work to do on there, which is going to take a lot of work because of some of the sink marks and the flash and test fitting The cockpit's going to take a lot of work. You know, it's going to take work to get it all together. It should look good when finished, and that's the main thing. All you got to bear in mind, it's going to take some work. So that's it, guys. There will be a slideshow done just after this with all the parts in there, so you can have a better look. And I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.